Hello, hello. It is like 10 seconds till 7:15, and we will start playing in just a moment. I play every night at 7:15 Mountain Standard Time. The stream goes up a few minutes early, and then gameplay itself starts at 15 after, which is right now. Gives me time to get the link up and edit the YouTube info and all that good stuff. Troubleshoot if something's funky, and then start playing at 15 after. Go for about 45 minutes to an hour every single night. Working through Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Saturdays at noon I also play Horizon Zero Dawn. We'll move on to the Forbidden West once we finish Zero Dawn. Feel free to like if you enjoy watching, subscribe if you want to keep watching. No pressure on either of those because I'm just here for fun, but it is appreciated if you do. You're not going to be like a lesser participant if you come and watch without subscribing or liking, though. You're still fully welcome here to come and hang out and watch and have me on as background noise or whatever the heck you want to do in your YouTube scrolling. I'm just here to play a video game and chat with whoever shows up. Either way. So let's get going.
The worshippers puzzle me. They murmur something. Zio. I can't make it out.
Not much of a burial site. Mules are buried in higher places of honor. The steely piece looks like it can be placed.
Don't want to go in there yet. I want to look at the other tunnel first. bet that door's locked, but now I'm just like, I gotta go check.
This is unexpected. Something's blocking this. This is more elaborate than I thought. Let's see what we have. This statue depicts a warrior. Markings match Epi's stone. Epi will want to see all of this. we're in the right place. Unfortunately, my friend, it's been looted. All I found was this armor.
That is highly significant. The Mycenaeans were a warrior culture, you know. So this must be a warrior's tomb.
Well, it's a decent piece, but where's the rest of it?
That was only one part of the stele. If we can find the others, I can decipher the text.
Maybe that will reveal more armor. The rest of the stele you speak of could be anywhere.
If I can find clues for where to look, are you interested in finding the other stele pieces?
I'll look for the others.
Excellent! Now, I need to see those markings. Let's go inside. I didn't expect the stele keystone to actually be a key.
I wonder what happens when all of them are in place.
Even with only part of the stele, I can start to decipher the writing.
What does it say?
I think that says of the gods.
Really? To think you were someone yelling for help not long ago.
Look at me now.
I think you're going to need all of them, though.
According to this, it seems that the stele pieces have been deliberately separated.
I wonder why they were separated on purpose.
It doesn't matter if we can find them. Will you look for the other stele pieces?
Of course. Where should I look?
According to this, the next stele is... Oh, better you than me. I can't swim. Explore the ruins of Arni.
What's the connection between this tomb and those worshippers?
The writing mentions of the gods. It's not clear which gods, though. Once we decipher more, we should understand the connection.
The armor must belong to the ancient warrior. But why remove it and spread it out across the lands?
Good question. It must have something to do with the text.
So these markings are in ancient language?
Mycenaean. There are languages even older than that, which have been lost. When this died out, sadly, we fell into a dark age.
Time for me to go.
It will take some time to go through my notes. Search for the missing stele fragment, and then return.
Hello. What was I playing 5 years ago? I definitely didn't stream as frequently 5 years ago, but I did here and there, though. Gotcha. Yeah, I have a few videos up here and there. No sharks? Yeah, I've had this YouTube for a while now. For sure. Oh wow. I was in college. Or maybe high school. Probably college though. I'm pretty sure that's when I started posting stuff so I could send it to people back home. So I moved states for school. I'm an old fart now. We all get there eventually. I don't know. That was pretty, like, the way people related to things on the internet was a little different. The idea of, like, being a YouTuber wasn't really developed yet in the way that we understand it now. Like, there weren't really, like, YouTube stars yet because, like, social media was just kind of starting out. Like, MySpace was a thing, Facebook was brand new, and so it didn't have quite the normal place in society that it has now. And so there wasn't, like, people weren't, like, live streaming video games yet in the same capacity. The internet was a lot slower back then, too, so it's like, you know, the videos I filmed, it's like I shot them and edited them and then uploaded them, but there wasn't like the live stream, Twitch streamy, personality, interact with the people kind of thing to the same degree. And I didn't watch as much back then either. Like if I was watching a video, it was like something like, shoot, '06. I don't even know. Something like the shoes video where it's like I'll get what I want. Let's get some shows kind of stuff. It was different. It was different then. There were elements that seemed more peaceful for sure, because even like Facebook, you didn't really like, it didn't have like comment section or anything. Like you just posted your thing and people could like it and would like poke you, but there weren't like the discussions and stuff. So all the stuff that did exist was structured very differently. And so the way people used it was different. It was frustrating for me though, because I was using the internet since the mid-90s. Like I played my first like computer first-person shooter in like 1994 when I was like a first grader. It was Heretic was what it was called. like would be on like AOL Instant Messenger or IRC chat, or like, you know, even outside of Napster, like FTP servers where people would do like direct share of their files and stuff like that through, and then you would find them through like online forums. So it was very different. It was very different internet back then. And so like there was less animosity because you found people through fan forums, so you came together around a common interest. It wasn't just like people with nothing in common in the way that it is now, where I think there's just the way people are meeting people online is very different than it used to be. Forums were a lot more civil because it's like you had a common interest you were coming around, and you defaulted to talking about that, like it's liking the same band or sports team or this or that. It was like V-Bulletin and stuff like that. And so that was my primary internet use, was fan forums for bands I liked. Back in the day. Still have friends from that 20 years ago.
Your clue was right. I found a part of the stele along with another piece of armor.
There must be a piece of armor with each missing stele.
But why?
This section here refers to a ritual.
It doesn't explain why the armor was separated and hidden with the stele piece.
Maybe that was part of the ritual? We need to find the other stele pieces. Are you ready?
If we found these, then we'll find the other stele pieces too. I'll go look.
Even with the full keystone in place, some of the meaning may be lost on us.
I have faith in you.
Oh! You won't believe what this section says. Of the primordial gods. Primordial.
That's interesting.
No, YouTube comment sections are still much more varied amount of people, because like on like a fan forum, it was like consistent people that came. And so we were building a community together, and there was like agreed upon rules of engagement. There were moderators that were part of the community, and so like if someone got out of line with the community's values, they were banned. And so it was a lot more civil.
It appears to be a warning. Be careful when you explore the tomb.
No, even Reddit's more chaotic than what the fan forums used to be, because you can't quite compare like the breadth of the audience. These fan forums, there were so many fewer people on the internet to begin with back then, and so like there was like a selection bias of the people that are on the internet in the first place were already kind of a certain personality type, because it was much less normal back then.
Do any of your peers support you in this?
None. My ways are too different for them.
If you're right, you'll gain their respect after this. Do you worry that your expectations are too high? It may be a dead end.
How can it? The clues have proven me right thus far. The stele mentions a ritual that once performed will activate something.
What does that have to do with primordial gods?
Exactly.
When we have all the stele pieces, we'll know.
Time to go.
Reddit's probably the closest, but I still feel like Reddit it's not, it's still a broader, it's a bigger pool of people, and so it's not as, at least the communities I've been in at Reddit have been bigger communities, and not as, like we made like t-shirts, like we had t-shirts and we each got our name printed on the t-shirt from the fan forum I was in for one of the band's fan forums I was in, and like had meetups, and I'm sure there's some Reddit communities that are like that depending on the interest, but like the Reddit community, some of them have like tens of thousands of followers, and these forums were just not that big. It was much more intimate and more of like a community between like the regular engaged people. It didn't quite have the chaos, the degree of chaos that and animosity that happens on And it was like a Reddit, if you're in a subreddit, it's like just the one feed, but these forums were like their own like mini Reddit where it's like you've got sub forums within the forum that are divided by topic. And I haven't used Reddit in a while, so I don't know if like it's just structured different than it used to be when I used to use it. But like it was much more intimate than my experience of Reddit. More connected, more human. Because it was also like before the internet had really like scarred people into like there was trolling and stuff, but it was a different variety. It was a very different variety. Yeah, school club-ish, more like that. Like, I literally still have friends from the fan forums, from 2 of the band fan forums I used to be a part of. And we've, connected in real life, gone to concerts together. Even like a year ago November, like one guy was in town and we went out and we got lunch, and I met him on a forum in like 2004. He lives a state over. And we just like reminisce on like, how the world has changed since then. What's up? Welcome. Just playing Assassin's Creed. Probably gonna go for another 15-20 minutes. Talking about what the internet was like before MySpace and Facebook. And before Reddit was really a thing either. Like the 90s and early 2000s internet. It was a whole experience.
Whatever you're after, you're too late. They're all gone. Dead.
These days I listen to a lot of Haken. They're progressive metal.
My brethren and I were drunk.
Dream Theater.
Madness took over. We fought over the artifact. One of them grabbed it and ran.
Grabbed the Steely?
Search the caves. That's where they'll be hiding. Beware the... They're beyond reason.
I'm not familiar with them. What genre are they? Okay, I want to see if I can find a vantage around here somewhere. So I'm just going to wander. I just haven't really been keeping up with music. I was like... Music was my job for a while, and I got a little burned out on it after that. Did sounds and cameras for live music, and played bass guitar. It's a whole thing. Kinda you know, made myself sick of it for a bit. Like, I went to like a private school with some famous people's kids, and so like I grew up around some of that a little bit. And I worked with some people that are famous within a certain niche. I'll put it that way. But it's like, yeah, it's a specific niche. But they're pretty well, like, you know, award-nominated artists. Some of my friends. One of the people at the place I used to work was actually Grammy nominated as well. After they left and moved on, they were up for a Grammy. They didn't win the Grammy though, they were just nominated. Fame is also not really the same as it used to be. I think because with the internet there's so many more options, that there's not as much of like, you know, it used to be like you heard a song on the radio, like that was like the delivery method to get famous, but now it's with streaming, it's totally different. I don't know if you noticed the Grammys this past weekend, a lot of the songs where it's like these superstars were like people who were big in the 80s and 90s, right? And it's like they're still paying tribute to people from that era because the whole like approach changed afterwards, and it's a just totally different playing field now, which is kind of interesting. Well, I haven't played all the Assassin's Creed games. I played the very original one back when it first came out on Xbox, and I haven't replayed it since. And then I got the Ezio collection. I played through all of those. And I liked all of, like, I think that was like Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 2, and I forget the name of the other one. There's the one where you're like, I don't know, the 3 Ezio games. Or is it 2 Ezio games? 3 Ezio games, I think. And then I started Assassin's Creed 3 and I couldn't get past the intro because the controls were just awful. But I still need to go back and retry it. And then I'm playing this one for the first time right now. I'm enjoying this one. I would say, I feel like Assassin's Creed 2 was a really solid game, but like the gameplay is just very different back then. It's apples and oranges to me between that and this, because it's like gaming itself has come so far since then. Yeah, I need to give someone said once you get past the intro, the game is better. There was this part where they had you like with a rifle that like the controls were so clunky and I hated it. So, I stopped playing Assassin's Creed 3, but I want to experience the rest of Desmond's story because I think that's the last game Desmond's in. Maybe, or maybe there's one more after. So I need to finish it, but I just haven't gone back to it because my backlog is so long. So many games I haven't touched yet, and the library on PlayStation Plus is freaking huge. Okay, man, these fast travel sites are so far apart. It's frustrating. Let's go back here. What do you like about Connor? Whoever I'm looking for is somewhere in the center of this area. It's pretty cool seeing all of these Greek art, like architecture and stuff, while it's like painted and the statues are intact and whatever. The music on this, like, you can hear the composer of this game were The Flight, which is a pair of brothers from the UK, and I think, pretty sure, don't quote me on it, and they also are part of the team of composers on Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West, which my favorite game series is Horizon. And what is going on here? So it's interesting to me to hear like Horizon music sounding bits. Probably not. I haven't really played the other Grand Theft games to have like an attachment to the series. And I'm not buying games right now. I'm trying to play through my backlog. So, plus, is that coming out on PS5? I'm on PS5. I am old and I'm bad at keeping up on video game news because, like, it's gonna happen to you too. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. It's just, you think it's not, even like as a person who games, tries to make time to game every single day, I can't keep up. It's too much. What's up, Michael? Especially when they make games this big. We're like, this one, I'm like, this is my 60-second night playing this game, and I played about an hour a night, and I'm like, maybe halfway through. If that. And that's not like including all the side quests and DLC. They're making these games freaking huge, man. And I like to stop and smell the roses. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Michael. What happened? Like, do you know how they got it? Are they doing okay with it, or is it beating them up pretty bad? Find and kill the crazed worshippers.
Influencing them in some way?
Oh, wow. You got a lot going on. I feel like it's been kind of constant for you. You doing okay? Oh, wow. That's a lot. Why did all my candles go out?
There may be some truth in this lore.
I'm glad that you didn't catch it from them.
Stuck blood on it?
It's otherwise undamaged. There are people claiming that it speaks to them. What could do that?
Strange. I don't hear anything. Do you?
Words of madmen. Perhaps the next pieces will tell us more.
This one needs a good cleaning. Let's hope the remaining ones are fine.
I'll search for the remaining steelies.
My peers will finally listen to what I have to say. It says the ritual will activate something. But what? What will happen when we have all the pieces? Will it lead to a treasure? Some of the translation is lost on me. This passage speaks of worth.
What else?
This passage mentions something about inner vision. But the meaning is unclear.
It's almost translated. Why aren't you happy?
You tell me others are hearing things. They think it speaks to them. Yet I hear nothing. I feel nothing.
This is an important find. You said so yourself. Why does it matter what others say or feel?
I know. I see that it's important from a logical perspective. But what if I can't experience it? And this mention of worth, what if it means I'm not worthy?
What if the gods
Oh, buddy, no.
Look, we aren't
Don't go down that path.
right? So wait and see.
You're right.
Time to dust yourself off and focus.
You're right.
We should carry on.
There are 2 locations to explore this time. There is a temple in the city of Orchomenos. It's near the harbor. The other stele is difficult to pinpoint. There are ruins along the coastline, near the altar for Iphigenia.
All right then. And cheer up. We're almost done.
Hurry back with both stele pieces. I hope the gods find me worthy.
I'm gonna turn this in, and then we'll pick up on the Steely quests tomorrow. It's about 8:10. And so we're coming up on the 1 hour mark. I know I went a little longer last night, but I can't do that again this night. Might be able to do tomorrow night. My wrist is cooperating a tiny bit better, but I don't want to push it and ruin that.
You have given me a sense, friend. Thank you.
Alright, so I'm going to save it here and sign off, and this is where we'll pick up tomorrow. But I'm at least in the right city, so we can get a start and get like right to it tomorrow. So for those who joined tonight for the first time, I play every night, same time, same place, go 45 minutes to an hour. So I start at 7:15 Mountain Standard Time, and I end somewhere between like 8 and 8:15, so it's like 8:13 right now, for example. So I'll be back on in 23 hours to play some more. every single night, same time, same place. Feel free to like if you enjoyed watching, subscribe if you want to keep watching. Neither of those are required. You're not going to be like a lesser chat participant if you don't, but it is enjoyable to know that people enjoy it and want to continue coming back and hanging out. I'm just here doing my thing. It's for fun, so there's no pressure, but it feels weird to like have a YouTube video and not at least throw that out there, so I do. No pressure though, for real. Hope y'all have a lovely rest of the night. Thanks for the hanging out, Michael number 1 and Michael number 2. And as well as, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but exclamation point Pally. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting. Enjoyed having you here. I hope you have a lovely rest of your night, or whatever time it is in the world, wherever you may be watching, whenever you're watching this, for those watching on demand later as well. I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye.